Hey, what's up, it's more here from Grumpy OGs up against another guild in G3 World Guild Battle. Today we're going to be testing out some of the units that got buffed and nerfed in the balance patch. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So here are the teams that I will be using. We got Frigate, Belial, Gapsu, the Wind Series, and then we got a triple Beast Monk team. So for the first one, we're going to see if we can Lucian it. Although we're not really going to be able to see Frigate in full action. Alright. We go for the skill 3. Can we clear it? We don't actually clear it. It was really tanky. And then I thought afterwards I should have just tried out Julie for this team. I think that would have been pretty nice. But yeah, we're going to end up losing this one. And we also didn't land the bombs with Frigate, which is quite unfortunate. Although we weren't able to clear it, I think if I would have went with the Frigate's attack lead, we could have maybe cleared it. And like I said, Julie would have been a better option for this one, especially if I knew that they were off will. This one's going to be a loss. On to the next round. Alright, so we have this Belial, Windy, Camilla team. Let's see how well the Windy tanks everything. There goes the Armageddon. I'm not too sure if the Zerath just didn't do all that much damage, but he didn't do all that much onto the Windy. I think I also put like minus 23% light on him. So the Windy so far is doing pretty good despite his nerf. This is probably the most controversial change in the whole balance patch. I know a lot of people were using Windy, especially for Siege. I know he was really good in RTA for a bit. We got rid of the Zerath. Now it's a 3v2 and nothing super crazy yet. The Windy is tanking it fairly well. If you've been a part of the channel for quite some time, I've been saying that Windy needed a nerf. I'm glad that he got the nerf, and I'm glad that he's not absolute dog shit, but he is going to be more difficult to use. I've already noticed that I'm not using him as much as before, especially in that 4 towers. I don't want to take the risk and bring him into it because he's just not going to be shielding himself, and that was kind of one of the things that I really liked about him. Alright, on to the next attack. We're going to use Tessa, Riley, and Gapsu. So he got a slight nerf. But as you'll see in this match, he didn't really feel like he got a nerf. And we also have Tessa with a buff. He can extend that Oblivion up to 3 turns. Well, not that it matters because the Julian's dead. But from what I noticed, it seems like Tessa is a little bit better than before. Just because that Oblivion goes up to 3 turns. And that way, they're less likely to proc out of it. But you know how defenses are. They're going to proc out of it anyways. And as for Gapsu, I've never used him on Siege offense, so I can't really tell the difference. I know he probably got hit a bit harder for RTA. I kind of wish I would have tried out Gapdoll a little bit more, that way I can see the difference before and after the nerf, but I haven't used him in RTA. And as for Siege defense, I think he's going to be a little bit weaker, but we'll see. Now on to the next match, we're going to use Miang, Triana, and the Wind Series that has crazy high base speed. See if we can snipe the Triana. Okay, decent amount of damage. We kill the Triana. Now it's a 3v2. Luckily she survives that Bella. We're gonna see if we can land the Oblivion. Okay, we do. We're gonna go for skill 3. We got a really good chunk of attack bar. We're gonna heal up a little bit. Hopefully she can take a little bit more damage. And we're gonna start working on to the Bella. Nice, she should be going down here. The Wind Series goes down, and now it's a 2v1, which we're most likely going to win it. The Wind Series is pretty nice. I'm not too sure if I would really use her for Siege offense or Guild Battle offense. I think she might be more of an RTA unit with that really crazy high base speed, and then that skill 3 into skill 2 might be pretty nice. And now for the last attack, we're going to use this triple Beast Monk team. See if they got a little bit better. Chandra was already pretty nice. But did the other 2 get better? So we have that skill 1 that always crits. We're going to go ahead and hug up. We should be able to do a decent amount of damage. The main thing here is trying to land the Oblivion with the Fire Beast Monk Kumar. But it seems like it's not really going to happen, as you'll see. Go for a skill 3 here just to do a little bit of damage. Okay, we land the Silence, but they're not doing all that much damage. I think I have 2 of them on speed, crit damage, HP. And 2 of them also don't have skill ups. The Ritesh and the Kumar don't have skill ups. So that might be a factor into this one. Also, Byung-Chul did get slightly nerfed, but as you can see, he's landing those stuns as if nothing happened. And the poor Kumar gets defense broken. We're gonna heal him up. That Chandra is taking a lot of damage, getting stunned up, not even really doing anything. Skill 3 going out. We land the defense breaks. We got the defense buff. I have to say, I'm not all that impressed by their skill 1 damage. Maybe if I built them on HP, crit damage HP, they'll be doing a little bit more damage. But I didn't want to slow them down because I know this team would be taking a lot of turns. We're going to go ahead and hug up the Kumar. Go for a skill 3. I should have maybe put some destroy on them. But yeah, we're just getting wrecked by the stuns. And the Chandra will be going down. RIP. Now individually they are going to be doing better. Chandra is going to be on siege defenses more often than not. And then Ritesh is probably going to be a little bit nicer for arena offense if you're using that Christina team. And then honestly, I still don't really have a place for Kumar. I don't see him being used anywhere. And there he goes. We're not really going for wins here. We're just doing some testing. We got 3 out of 5 onto the next set. So for the next set, we're actually going to bring in Juno for a Juno solo to see if the buff Savannah will be actually screwing her over or if Juno is just still OP. Alright, so the change to Savannah is she's going to have a bit more accuracy. So she should be landing those defense breaks a bit more often. We are using a fire unit, so that does affect it. But she's doing a little bit better than I remember. Could just be the certain build that she's on. Juno's taking her down pretty easily though. Alright, we should be able to take her out. Now we gotta deal with her again. Okay, if we can kill the Savannah ASAP, we should be fine. Alright, there we go. Now it's a 1v2. We're gonna start working onto the Juno. Let's see whose Juno's better. Alright, Juno's putting in work. We're doing like 2Ks per crit. We got defense broken. We killed the Juno. Now it's a 1v1. And we should have this one in the bag because that Nana isn't doing damage. Although we really didn't get to see Savannah in action, I think she is going to be better with that accuracy awakening. I think in general they need to change a lot of the awakenings in the game to try to make more sense. So that's really nice. Now for the next attack, we're going to use Bilal Wendy Camilla again. This time we're going to use it into Carcano. The thing about using it to Carcano is he's going to ignore the shield anyways, so it's not like it really matters. But since we are hitting the shun, it does kind of matter. Having that shield would make our Wendy tank it a little bit more. Luckily the shun's going off onto the Belial, but you can see the Wendy taking more damage than he probably would have before the nerf. So we're going to target this shun. The Wendy is almost dead here. Can we freeze? The Carcano is just killing the Wendy. Belial's back. We should be taking this Carcano down. Now it's a 3v2. Elijah's going to go for the res. The Wendy is getting really low here. He's most likely going to die to the shun. Can we freeze? Okay, we froze him. But there goes the shun, just doing massive damage onto the Wendy. We take out the Carcano again. We're going to start working onto the shun. And he just gets rid of the Wendy. If we had the shield, I think we could have taken maybe like one more hit. So with the Wendy nerf, you got to be a little bit more careful as to what you're going to bring him into. If you bring him into something like this, you have to be aware that he's most likely going to get sniped by the shun. We got rid of the Eladriel. Now it's a 1v2. If the shun goes crazy, then we might actually lose it. But we're landing those freezes. Okay, there he goes. Are we going to get shunned again? Can we freeze? Alright, we should be able to take him out with the Belial. Nope, never mind.
No. Wait,
This dude really wants me to lose.
Wait.
Man, he's trying. Alright, there he goes. Now for the next attack, we're going to use Mugwang, Nora, and the Fire Hacker. Okay, we're probably not going to be able to use the Mugwang here. So the Mugwang is going to be doing a bit more damage based off the destroyed max HP. And the thing is, if you don't have him on a damagey build, then he's not really going to do all that much. And I probably wouldn't even recommend having him on a damagey build. Kind of forgot what the fire Bayek does, so that kind of screwed us over there. We put some dots there. We're going to try to get rid of him if we can. We get silenced. Yeah, I typically run my Mugwang on like speed HP with some high accuracy and some defense. You could probably go speed crit rate HP or maybe even speed crit damage HP. But if you're going to bring him into something like Byung-Chul, you got to have as much HP as possible. I think you could probably pair him on a more damagey build with some sort of healer, like a Harmonia instead of the Fire Hacker. But I honestly prefer just having like the full-on dots and the triple stripper. I think if I knew what the Fire Bayek did, we wouldn't have this problem and we could have won this one. We're going to end up losing it. What I think about the changes to him, I think it's a nice little buff. Is it really going to change anything? I'm not too sure. We might be able to see him a bit more often on siege defense. I'm not too sure if he's being used in RTA like that. Let me know your thoughts on any of the units that got buffed or nerfed in this video down in the comment section below. We ended up losing that one. We're going to give the triple Beast Monk team another try, this time against a 4-star defense, and you'll see we actually end up losing it. I think it's just their damage is kind of mediocre. It could also be that they're missing skill ups, but again, just running the triple Beast Monk team, it's more of a gimmick. I wouldn't really recommend using them like this. We are landing some stuns though. I guess my targeting could have also been a bit better. I tried to Oblivion the Ayunu whenever I could with the Kumar, but like I said, I don't know, he's just not landing those Oblivions. He had a decent amount of accuracy. I think I had him like around 70 accuracy or so, but he just wasn't landing them. Right here I should have just went for the kill onto the Ayunu. There goes the Orion with his BS. I also forgot to mention that Orion got a buff, so now he's basically going to proc on all of his skills. I don't know if this one was on Violent or if he was just procking like crazy because of his new buff. We lost to Chandra again. Now it's a 2v2, and you would think these Nat 5s would be able to beat these two Nat 4s. But as you'll see, we actually end up losing it. The Jubel's doing hella damage. The Ritesh is going to go down to the Ayunu. He did a shit ton of damage. We kill the Jubel. Now it's a 1v1. There goes Ayunu. The branding and the heal block plus the Oblivion. He's just going off there. We're not landing the Oblivion. He's proccing. We kill him again. He goes for the branding and Oblivion. Look at him just go.
What the
Not enough damage to kill him, and he kills us. That's crazy. And then for this one, we're going to try the Frigate team again. I went with the Frigate lead, but because we went with the Frigate lead, we're going to get cut here. My Lucian is on a rage set. Go for skill 2. We land the bombs. Can we clear them? We almost clear them. The Tressar kills 2 of the 3. And yeah, this one is going to be another loss. But I hope you guys were able to see some of the newly buffed / nerfed units in action. We could have almost killed them if we would have had a Violent Galleon, but there we go. Bad win rate, but I had to have fun with this one because Siege has just been super boring with all those slow teams. Let's go ahead and claim the rewards, and I also selected the Nat 5 that you guys voted for in the community tab. So the 3 options in the poll were the Fire Macaron Guard, the Fire Twin Angels, and a 4th Feng Yan. Some of you guys voted for the 4th Feng Yan, but the majority of you guys voted for the Fire Manon, which we're going to be going for. I did test her out, and she seems to be pretty good. I know some people are saying that she's busted in RTA. Maybe I'll try her out. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for voting on the poll. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, maybe consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribing. Maybe I'll make a video on her. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.